Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the 100 most memorable, iconic, or brutal deaths in the history of cinema. This is the ultimate spoiler alert. Number 100, Duke Leto Atreides, Dune.
I deliver the Duke and his family.
The bargain to the letter.
Duke Leto Atreides was no fool. When the Emperor handed him control of Arrakis, it was clear it wasn't a gift, it was a trap.
If anything happens, will you protect our son?
With my life.
I'm not asking his mother, I'm asking the Bene Gesserit.
Yet knowing the risks, Leto took up the mantle, determined to protect his people and honor his duty. Even his sharp mind couldn't account for every betrayer. One of his servants let Baron Harkonnen's forces in, all but annihilating the Atreides.
For hundreds of years, we've traded blood for blood. But no more. Your son is dead, your concubine is dead. Tonight, the house of Atreides falls. And your bloodline ends forever.
Immobilized and stripped of his dignity, Leto was left naked before his enemy. And yet he didn't waver. With his last breath, he bit down on a poison capsule, nearly taking the Baron with him in a final calculated act of defiance.
Here I am. Here I remain.
Leto died on his own terms, a quiet, unwavering figure of resolve to the end. Number 99, Lord Cutler Beckett, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
It's nothing personal, Jack. It's just good business.
Lord Cutler Beckett was a cold, calculating figure in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. He represented the living embodiment of the ruthless ambitions of the East India Trading Company. He sought to control the seas by wielding the power of the Flying Dutchman, an invincible ship whose immortal captain Davy Jones was under Beckett's thumb.
I will not have it on my ship!
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Because I will. Because it seems to be the only way to ensure that this ship do as directed by the company.
When that control was wrested from his grasp, the Black Pearl and the Dutchman joined forces against him. As cannon fire ripped his ship apart, he walked calmly through the fiery wreckage, resigned to his fate. His unnervingly composed death has since become a viral meme, inspiring countless captions for its surreal, unbothered energy.
Good business.
Number 98, Russell Franklin, Deep Blue Sea.
Now, we took an oath that I'm breaking now.
Russell Franklin was the kind of leader who could inspire anyone, even in the depths of despair. When a genetically enhanced smart shark started killing his crew, panic took over. Played by Samuel L. Jackson, he stood tall, launching into a signature monologue.
Now, you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way.
He confidently rallied the survivors with a speech so fiery it could spark hope in a storm. Then, out of nowhere, a massive shark leaps from the water and drags him under, cutting the speech and Franklin brutally short.
We're gonna seal off this.
The combination of shock, absurdity, and comedic timing has cemented this death as one of cinema's most unexpectedly hilarious moments.
Just ate him. Just ate him, Christ.
Number 97, The Blender, The Brave Little Toaster.
There you are! I found ya. Gotta move you guys out of the way.
Animated films have a knack for breaking our tender hearts with anthropomorphized machines. Take Cars 2, where secret agent Rod Redline's brutal dismantling at the hands of Professor Z added unexpected darkness to the family-friendly franchise.
The project is still on schedule. You will find the second agent and kill him.
But Decades earlier, elder millennials and Gen Xers had their own heartbreak in The Brave Little Toaster. Following living household appliances, the movie brings a shocking depth of humanity to everyday items. When our mechanized heroes make their way to a machine parts shop, terror ensues. They're forced to watch in horror as a shopkeeper gleefully dismantles a blender to salvage and sell its motor. The movie makes it seem like they're watching a mad scientist dismember a friend.
You see? You never quite know what he's going to do. He's so spontaneous.
Number 96, Jenny Curran, Forrest Gump.
Forrest, I'm sick.
What, do you have a cough due to cold?
I have some kind of virus.
Jenny is one of cinema's most deeply human characters, sympathetic yet frustratingly flawed. Through her tumultuous life, we witness the abuse and trauma that shape her. We also see how she gets lost in her pain, with her choices leading her down a path of self-destruction. Jenny consistently lashes out at Forrest, whose unconditional love she constantly rebuffs. While the casual viewer may think this is because of his learning disability, a deeper read suggests that she doesn't feel deserving. Sadly, just as she begins to turn things around, tragedy strikes.
I love you.
You died on a Saturday morning. I had you placed here under our tree.
After they reunite and Forrest meets their son, Jenny succumbs to an unnamed illness. Forrest is sadly left to raise their boy alone. Jenny's flaws make her real, and her loss leaves a profound ache.
If there's anything you need, I won't be far away.
Number 95, James One Shade, Resident Evil.
Move up.
Resident Evil isn't exactly remembered as a cinematic masterpiece, but it gifted us with one unforgettable moment. As a mercenary team ventures into the Hive, they encounter a laser grid, a deadly booby trap with no escape. One by one, the squad is carved up, leaving only their leader, James One Shade, to face the machine.
Kaplan, you gotta hurry, you gotta help them!
His agility and sharp instincts keep him alive for a moment longer, but the grid adapts, shifting into a murderous checkerboard. One's body is diced in an instant, leaving the team leader and the audience shattered. It's a scene that transcends the rest of the movie, etching itself into horror history. Number 94, Noah Calhoun and Allie Hamilton, The Notebook.
What's gonna happen when I can't remember anything anymore? What will you do?
I'll be here. I'll never leave you.
Noah and Allie's love story is the stuff of tearful legend. From the moment their whirlwind summer romance begins, their lives are marked by passion, heartbreak, and an unbreakable bond. Decades later, as Allie succumbs to dementia, Noah remains steadfast, retelling their story in an effort to bring her back.
Why did you call me darling? I don't know you. What's going on here? Am I supposed to know you? No. No!
In the film's bittersweet final moments, the two pass away together, holding hands in a quiet display of devotion. This tragic ending cemented Nicholas Sparks as the reigning king of heartbreaking romance, and audiences have been crying over it ever since. Noah and Allie remind us that even the greatest loves must one day say goodbye. Number 93, Emma Greenway Horton, Terms of Endearment.
I want you to tell them it ain't so tragic. People do get better. Tell them it's okay to talk about the cancer.
Emma Greenway Horton's life was a roller coaster of love, heartbreak, and resilience. Emma is a young mother navigating a rocky marriage and a strained relationship with her domineering mother, Aurora. She tackled these challenges with humor, vulnerability, and grace. Still, it took a terminal cancer diagnosis to finally heal the cracks in her relationships.
I just don't want to fight anymore.
What do you mean? When do we fight?
When do we fight? You amaze me. I always think of us as fighting.
That's just from your end. That's because you're never satisfied with me.
As her illness progresses, Emma shares bittersweet moments with her family, finding peace even as the end looms near. Emma's devastating goodbye to her children and her final tearful exchange with Aurora leave no dry eye in the house. Her death is brutal and raw. Deborah Winger delivers a masterclass in human fragility, cementing Terms of Endearment as one of cinema's most powerful dramas. Number 92, Nina Sayers, Black Swan. As the lead dancer in a New York City ballet company, Nina Sayers secures the coveted dual role of the white and black swans in Swan Lake. Her disciplined nature makes her an ideal fit for the innocent white swan. Nina must step out of her comfort zone to embody the seductive, chaotic black swan. That attempt slowly unravels her fragile psyche. As she succumbs to paranoia and delusion, her obsession with achieving perfection takes a fatal turn. In a final performance that blurs reality and fantasy, Nina stabs herself during a hallucination. She delivers a flawless show before dying in triumph. Her tragic fall into madness is as haunting and unforgettable as her last words.
What did you do? What did you do?
I felt it.
What?
Perfect. It was perfect.
Number 91, Kim Jong-un, The Interview.
I have an idea. Follow me.
In The Interview, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is reimagined as a quirky yet tyrannical dictator. Played for laughs by Randall Park, Kim's character swings between charming and terrifyingly unhinged. He forms a deep bond with a vain and ridiculous TV host played by James Franco. Their friendship quickly turns sour, culminating in a fiery death as Kim's helicopter explodes in slow motion to a cover of Katy Perry's Firework. But the laughs came at a cost. The film's satirical portrayal of Kim and his death sparked international controversy. North Korea was furious and launched a cyber attack on Sony Pictures. The incident delayed the film's release and made headlines worldwide. What was a decent over-the-top comedy became a spark igniting a major international incident. Number 90, Maximus Decimus Meridius, Gladiator.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Maximus Decimus Meridius, soldier, leader, legend. His lifetime of loyalty and bloodshed in the name of Rome was rewarded by treachery from the son of his mentor. After being left for dead, Maximus is enslaved and turns gladiator, using his skills to win over the crowds.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
His fame puts him face to face with his enemy, Commodus. Ultimately, Maximus avenges his family by killing Commodus in the arena. His victory comes at the cost of his own life, collapsing as the crowd erupts in bittersweet cheers. In death, Maximus is reunited with his family in Elysium, a scene immortalized by his hand brushing against the wheat fields. This poetic moment has since become a meme, used to convey everything from nostalgia to existential dread. Number 89, Captain Bennett, Commando.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Number 88, Dr. Copper, The Thing.
Here! Clear!
Clear.
Number 87, Marvin, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, man! Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why the f*** did you do that?
Well, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
Oh, man, I seen some crazy-ass shit in my time, but just
chill out, man.
Number 86, Benny Gabor, The Mummy. Number 85, Ophelia, Pan's Labyrinth.
Padre.
Habéis derramado vuestra sangre antes que la de un inocente. Esa era la última prueba, la más importante.
Ophelia's world is haunted by twin terrors: the fascist regime terrorizing Spain and the relentless cruelty of her sadistic stepfather. Following the Spanish tradition of magical realism, she turns to an enchanting, dangerous fantasy world. She must contend with both mythical creatures and mysterious trials to find freedom from reality.
Prometéis obedecerme. Haréis todo lo que yo os diga, sin cuestionarlo. Es vuestra última oportunidad.
Her final act of defiance comes when she refuses to harm her baby brother, sacrificing herself instead. In the real world, her death seems tragic and senseless, but in Ophelia's eyes, she's a hero.
¿Negaréis vuestra cuna por él? ¿Él por quien habéis sido humillada e ignorada?
Sí, la niego.
Hágase pues vuestra voluntad, Alteza.
She saved her brother and fulfilled her fantastical quest, ascending into the kingdom of Pan, where she's welcomed as its lost princess.
Alteza.
Venid a mi lado y sentaos junto a vuestro padre, que tan largo tiempo os ha esperado.
Number 84, Miles Quaritch, Avatar. Number 83, Artax, The Never-Ending Story. Number 82, Everyone, The Menu. Number 81, Nikki and Dominic Santoro, Casino. Number 80, The Nazis, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Mary, and don't look at it no matter what happens.
As some of the most iconic films of all time, it's no surprise that the Indiana Jones franchise features some epic deaths. From Indy casually shooting a sword-wielding opponent to the brutal fistfight under a spinning plane propeller, Raiders of the Lost Ark set the standard for adventure films. The Nazis' demise at the Ark's climax is on another level.
Don't look right! Keep your eyes shut!
When the relic is opened, divine wrath is unleashed. Faces are melted, heads exploded, and villains vaporized in a dazzling display of 1980s practical effects. Years later, Walter Donovan in The Last Crusade would meet his end after a similarly poor choice of messing with the divine. Number 79, Judge Doom, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Number 78, William Easton, Saw 6. Number 77, The Iron Giant, The Iron Giant. Number 76, Candace Hooper, Final Destination 5. Number 75, The Girl in Red, Schindler's List.
Oh, please, let's go. Let's go, please. Come on.
In a film rendered almost entirely in black and white, the appearance of a small girl in a red coat is both striking and haunting. As Oskar Schindler navigates the living nightmare of the Holocaust, the girl is a touchstone for him. She represents both an anchor to his humanity and symbolizes innocence lost amidst the chaos. As the camp is slowly being decommissioned, Schindler sees her lifeless body carted away. In that moment, her red coat transforms into an earth-shattering reminder of the countless lives extinguished. This moment shifts something within him, deepening his resolve to save as many as he can. The little girl in red isn't just a character. She is a visual metaphor for the Holocaust's incomprehensible tragedy.
I could have got more out. I could have got more. I don't know if I...
Number 74, Detective Alonzo Harris, Training Day. Number 73, Dr. King Schultz and Calvin Candy, Django Unchained.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Number 72, Bill Murray, Zombieland.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I got him.
Is that how you say hello? Where you come from?
Number 71, Syndrome, The Incredibles.
Oh, no.
Number 70, Dr. Frank Poole, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I've got a bad feeling about him.
You do?
Yeah, definitely.
Frank Poole's fate in 2001: A Space Odyssey is as chilling as the vacuum of space itself. Aboard the Discovery 1, Frank tends to an exterior repair when HAL 9000, the ship's increasingly sentient AI, turns rogue. Without warning, HAL severs Frank's oxygen supply and sends him tumbling helplessly into the infinite void.
Do you know what happened?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
The scene is eerily silent, mirroring the cold detachment of HAL's betrayal and the unforgiving nature of space. Frank's death isn't just a tragedy, it's a turning point, foreshadowing HAL's sinister grip over the mission. His final silent drift is one of cinema's most atmospheric depictions of isolation and betrayal. Number 69, Frank, Once Upon a Time in the West. Number 68, Rasputin, Anastasia.
Das Vidanya!
Number 67, Ali, Terrifier 2. Number 66, Jack Twist, Brokeback Mountain. Number 65, Dr. Malcolm Crowe, The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
In your dreams?
Malcolm Crowe, a respected child psychologist, spends The Sixth Sense trying to help young Cole Sear cope with his terrifying ability to see the dead. Malcolm's calmness and dedication to his work mask his own struggles, particularly a near-fatal shooting by a former patient at the film's start. In the shocking final twist, Malcolm realizes the truth. He didn't survive that attack. He has been dead the entire time, his presence lingering to help Cole and find closure in his own life. This revelation recontextualizes every scene, transforming his death into one of cinema's most unforgettable and poignant surprises.
Good night, Malk.
Good night, sweetheart.
Number 64, Bruno and Shmuel, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Number 63, Dennis Nedry, Jurassic Park. Number 62, William Clayton, Tarzan.
Clayton! Clayton, don't!
Number 61, Lieutenant Nick Goose Bradshaw, Top Gun.
Eject! 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 Watch the canopy!
Number 60, Marley, Marley and Me.
It's his stomach again. They could do surgery, but...
I know. Do you want me to come down there?
No, I think it's a good idea to stay with the kids.
Dog lovers know the heartbreak of Marley and Me all too well. The film chronicles the wild and joyful life of Marley, a lovable but mischievous Labrador, and his human family. As Marley grows older, his antics give way to health struggles, culminating in a tearful farewell as John comforts him during his final moments. It's a scene that hits as hard as Old Yeller, another iconic canine tragedy that left generations of viewers sobbing into their popcorn.
There's no hope for him now, Travis. He's suffering. You know we've got to do it.
I know, Mama. He was my dog.
Both films remind us why we love our furry companions so much, even when the inevitable goodbye looms. Marley's passing is a testament to the unbreakable bond between a family and their dog. Number 59, Thelma Dickinson and Louise Sawyer, Thelma and Louise. Number 58, Tracy Mills, Seven.
Give me your gun. What's going on over there? Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, baby.
It seems that envy is my sin.
No, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's
gun.
in the f***ing box?
Give me the gun.
He just told you.
You lie!
Number 57, Sonny Corleone, The Godfather. Number 56, Andrew Beckett, Philadelphia.
I'm ready.
Number 55, Ellie, Up. Ellie may not get much screen time in Up, but her presence is felt throughout the entire film. In the opening montage, we see Ellie and Carl grow from childhood sweethearts to a devoted couple dreaming of grand adventures. Life, however, had other plans. As they grow older, their dreams are deferred by hardships. Ellie's sudden passing leaves Carl alone, clutching their unfinished scrapbook. Her death is a gut punch, a reminder of life's fleeting beauty and the importance of cherishing every moment. Though Ellie is gone, her spirit propels Carl's journey, making her absence as powerful as her presence. Number 54, May, House of Flying Daggers. Number 53, Casey Becker, Scream. Number 52, Detectives Chris Danson and P.K. Highsmith, The Other Guys.
Aim for the bushes.
Number 51, Major T.J. King Kong, Dr. Strangelove.
Hey, what about Major Kong?
Number 50, Bill, Kill Bill Volume 2.
You and I have unfinished business.
Baby, you ain't kidding.
Bill, the enigmatic, charismatic leader of the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, and the final target on the bride's hit list. After 2 films filled with brutal swordplay and blood-soaked vengeance, their final confrontation is shockingly still. In a poignant moment, the bride uses the 5-point palm exploding heart technique, a deadly strike Bill once thought the stuff of myth. With his trademark grace, Bill accepts his fate, takes 5 measured steps, and collapses. It's a death as poetic as it is devastating to the one who struck the blow. This shockingly sweet ending is a picture-perfect capstone to their complex, bloody relationship. Number 49, Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, Bonnie and Clyde.
Hey.
Number 48, Lee Abbott, A Quiet Place. Number 47, Leslie Burke, Bridge to Terabithia.
Your friend Leslie's dead. She drowned in a creek this morning. Apparently she tried to swing across on a rope and it broke. They think she hit her head.
Number 46, Ben, Night of the Living Dead.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Number 45, Captain John H. Miller, Saving Private Ryan.
Your brothers were killed in combat.
Which ones? All of them.
After surviving the D-Day landing, Captain John Miller leads his men through the horrors of World War II on a mission to bring home a single man. Private Ryan lost all his brothers, and the Army is determined not to wipe out his whole family. Along the way, Miller's squad suffers terrible losses as they're killed one by one. Miller himself meets his end in the climactic battle, shot while defending the bridge that secures Ryan's escape. With his dying breath, Miller utters a few simple yet profound words to Ryan.
Earn this. Earn it.
It's a weight Ryan carries for the rest of his life, reflecting on the sacrifices made for him. Number 44, Charlie Graham, Hereditary. Number 43, Nick Shevcharevich, The Deer Hunter.
One shot.
One shot. One shot.
Yeah.
Number 42, Paul Allen, American Psycho.
I think they're undisputed masterpieces. Hip to be square. A song so catchy, most people probably don't listen to the lyrics. But they should, because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends. It's also a personal statement about the band itself. Hey, Paul! Ah!
Number 41, Kim Gi-jung, Parasite. Number 40, Bing Bong, Inside Out.
I got a feeling about this one.
Who would have guessed that in a movie centering on a preteen's emotions, the sacrifice of an imaginary friend would be the most poignant moment? On a quest to bring happiness back to Riley, Joy finds herself stranded in Riley's memory dump alongside her old imaginary pal, Bing Bong.
Don't you get it, Joy? We're stuck down here. We're forgotten.
Time and again, the pair tries to escape the gloomy chasm. Realizing their ride is too heavy to carry them both, Bing Bong ditches in an act of pure selflessness. He sacrifices himself so Joy can return to save Riley. His final words are a bittersweet farewell that leaves audiences reaching for tissues.
Go save Riley. Take her to the moon for me, okay?
Number 39, Hoban Washburn, Serenity.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I go.
Wash! Baby! Baby, no! Baby, come on, you gotta go! Come on! We gotta move!
Number 38, Billy Costigan, The Departed.
This kill me. I am killing you.
Number 37, Velos Cohagen, Total Recall. Number 36, Rachel Dawes, The Dark Knight.
Harvey, it's okay. It's all right. Listen.
Number 35, Brooks Hatlin, The Shawshank Redemption.
I keep thinking Jake might just show up and say hello, but he never does.
The Shawshank Redemption is a classic for a reason. It is a deep exploration into multiple facets of human nature. Brooks Hatlin, while a minor character, is a key player. Brooks spent half a century behind the walls of Shawshank Prison. There, he was considered a learned man, a gentle librarian, and a father figure to many. But when Brooks is paroled, freedom becomes its own kind of prison.
I've decided not to stay.
Struggling to adapt to a world that has moved on without him, he writes a heartrending letter detailing his loneliness and despair. In the end, Brooks chooses to end his own life, carving "Brooks was here" into the ceiling beam, a silent cry for remembrance.
I doubt they'll kick up any fuss. Not for an old crook like me.
Number 34, Party Guests, Ghost Ship. Number 33, The Terminator, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Goodbye.
Number 32, Radio Raheem, Do the Right Thing.
You're killing him! Give it up, asshole! Give it up! Just take him down! Come on! Give it up! Get his arm! Get his arm!
Number 31, Jesus Christ, The Passion of the Christ. Number 30, Apollo Creed, Rocky IV.
Don't stop this fight, no matter what.
Apollo Creed was more than a champion. He was charisma personified. After Rocky III, Apollo was also Rocky Balboa's fiercest rival turned closest friend. But in Rocky IV, Apollo's relentless pride leads him into the ring against Ivan Drago, a seemingly unstoppable Soviet powerhouse. Despite warnings from Rocky, Apollo insists on fighting. By not taking the bout seriously, Apollo was woefully unprepared for an onslaught from the unrelenting Titan. Apollo refuses to allow Rocky to throw in the towel. As a result, Drago delivers a fatal blow, and Apollo collapses in Rocky's arms. His death galvanizes Rocky, turning a Cold War-era grudge match into a deeply personal quest for vengeance and honor.
If he dies, he dies.
Number 29, Olga Ivanova, Suspiria. Number 28, Maggie Fitzgerald, $1 Million Baby. Number 27, Li Mubai, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
就算落进最黑暗的地方，我的爱也不会让我成为永远的孤魂。
Number 26, Donald Gennaro, Jurassic Park. Number 25, Ricky Baker, Boys in the Hood.
When I say cut, we're gonna cut through these houses, okay?
Gotcha.
Ricky Baker was a beacon of hope in Boys in the Hood. He's a football phenom, a golden boy, and a young man with dreams of escaping South Central LA with a football scholarship. But life in the neighborhood comes with dangers that dreams can't always outrun. While walking home, Ricky crosses paths with a rival gang, and a senseless act of violence cuts his life short. His death, devastating in its randomness, leaves his family and friends shattered. Ricky's murder underscores the film's poignant message about the cyclical violence and systemic struggles faced by communities like his. His untimely loss is a brutal reminder of the many real-world futures stolen far too soon.
Ricky! LB!
Number 24, Gomer Pyle and Sergeant L. Hartman, Full Metal Jacket.
7.62 millimeter. Full metal jacket.
Number 23, Sergeant Elias, Platoon. Number 22, Littlefoot's Mom, The Land Before Time.
Dear sweet Littlefoot, do you remember the way to the Great Valley?
I guess so. But why do I have to know you're gonna be with me?
I'll be with you, even if you can't see me.
Number 21, Guido Orefice, Life is Beautiful.
Nice trying.
Number 20, Quint, Jaws.
I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't gonna be easy. It's bad fish. Not like going down the pond chasing bluegills or tommycots.
Quint, the grizzled shark hunter, is dedicated to hunting down the sea's fiercest predators. As one of the few survivors of the USS Indianapolis, it's clear that he sees his calling as a measure of revenge. As Quint, Robert Shaw delivers some of the most iconic moments in movie history. But in the final act of Jaws, his luck runs out. As the murderous great white destroys Quint's boat, the salty sailor is thrown into its path. He fights valiantly, desperately stabbing at the shark, but the predator clamps down, dragging him into its gaping maw in a gruesome end. Quint's death is a turning point, shifting the tension into overdrive as Brody and Hooper scramble to survive.
Quint. No.
Number 19, Tony Montana, Scarface.
Okay. Do you want to play rough? Okay.
Tony Montana built his empire on ambition, violence, and a mountain of cocaine. After a ruthless rise, everything comes crashing down in a torrent of violence. In the explosive finale of Scarface, his enemies storm his mansion. Armed with his infamous grenade launcher-equipped rifle, Tony unleashes a barrage of bullets and grenades.
Say hello to my little friend!
Even Tony's bravado isn't enough to fend off the onslaught. A final bullet from behind sends him tumbling into his opulent fountain, surrounded by the excesses that fueled his rise and fall. Tony's death is operatic, over the top, and a fittingly tragic end for a character consumed by his own ambition. Number 18, Wolverine, Logan. Logan. Logan, the Wolverine, lived a centuries-long life full of pain, loss, and violence. Despite his universe-hopping resurrection in Deadpool and Wolverine, 2017's Logan was meant to be his final chapter. The aging mutant, stripped of his former strength, makes one last stand to protect his daughter Laura and a group of young mutants. Battling a clone of his younger, more ferocious self, Logan sacrifices everything to ensure their survival. As he succumbs to his wounds, Laura tearfully calls him Daddy, a moment that cuts deeper than any adamantium claw. Logan's death wasn't just meant to be the end of a hero, it was the culmination of 2 decades of storytelling. Number 17, Thomas J. Sennett, My Girl.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.
Thomas J. Sennett was the kind of sweet, awkward best friend every kid wanted. In My Girl, his quest to find Veda's lost mood ring turns into a moment that traumatizes an entire generation of elder millennials. While searching in the woods, Thomas disturbs a beehive and succumbs to an allergic reaction after being stung. The film doesn't linger on the attack, but it does on its aftermath. Veda's sorrow at the funeral left audiences in pieces. Thomas's death is a gut-wrenching reminder of the fragility of life and a formative cinematic loss that left its mark on everyone who grew up with it.
And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. Put his glasses on. Put on his glasses. He was going to be an acrobat.
Number 16, Virgil Sollozzo and Captain McCluskey, The Godfather.
Stand him up. Stand him up straight.
The restaurant assassination of Sollozzo and McCluskey in The Godfather is one of the greatest pivot points in all of cinema. Before that moment, Michael Corleone was an army veteran, meant to be kept separate from his family's criminal empire. Unfortunately, Sollozzo and McCluskey, a shrewd narcotics dealer and his corrupt cop pal, tried to kill his father. Feigning negotiation, Michael meets the pair at a restaurant. Unable to tolerate their prattle, Michael excuses himself to retrieve a gun hidden in the bathroom. He returns to deliver cold, calculated vengeance. The tension is suffocating as Michael pulls the trigger. When he silences both men, he is also cementing his future as a mafia don. Number 15, Albus Dumbledore, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Albus Dumbledore, the wise and enigmatic headmaster of Hogwarts, seemed invincible until Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. At the start of the film, his shriveled, necrotic hand foreshadows his impending demise. In one of the series' most shocking moments, Dumbledore is disarmed and murdered by Severus Snape.
Avada Kedavra.
The act is heartbreaking, especially as we later learn that Snape's betrayal was part of a larger plan orchestrated by Dumbledore himself. His death leaves Harry reeling, without his greatest protector in the fight against Voldemort. It also sets off a chain of loss, including Dobby's heroic sacrifice and Snape's own death. Dumbledore's death is both a tragic loss and a pivotal moment, setting the stakes for the final battles ahead.
Is this all real? Or is it just happening inside my head?
Of course it's happening inside your head, Harry. Why should that mean that it's not real?
Number 14, Everyone in the Car, The Mist.
Maybe we'll get clear of the mist.
Few endings are as gut-wrenching as the finale of The Mist. After enduring an apocalyptic nightmare filled with horrifying creatures, David and the remaining survivors in his car make a desperate choice. Believing there's no escape, David uses his last bullets to mercy kill everyone, including his young son. Just moments later, the supernatural mist clears, and the military arrives to save the day. The cruel irony of the timing is devastating, leaving David broken and screaming in anguish. It's a harrowing conclusion that turns a survival horror film into a meditation on despair and the unimaginable cost of losing hope. Number 13, The Wicked Witch of the West, The Wizard of Oz.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of spheres. That should be pretty foxy, didn't you? Well, the last to go. We'll see the first three go before her.
The Wicked Witch of the West is one of cinema's most iconic villains. She terrorizes Dorothy and her friends with flying monkeys, fireballs, and pure malice. Her reign of terror comes to a soggy end in The Wizard of Oz. While trying to destroy the Scarecrow with flames, Dorothy throws a bucket of water to save him. Her toss inadvertently douses the witch instead. The Wicked Witch's literal meltdown is punctuated by her shrieks of, "I'm melting, I'm melting."
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world, what a world! Who would have thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness? Ah, the mouse!
As she dissolves into nothing but a puddle and a hat. It's a surprisingly unceremonious yet utterly memorable demise.
She's dead. You killed her.
Number 12, Bambi's mom, Bambi. Few cinematic deaths are as universally devastating as Bambi's mom in Bambi. The serene beauty of the forest is shattered when hunters fire their rifles. All the animals panic, and Bambi's mother urges her foal to flee. Despite her best efforts to escape, a gunshot rings out. When Bambi returns to the snow-covered meadow, he calls for a mother who will never answer again.
Mother!
Her death introduced generations of young children to the harsh realities of life and loss. For many, this moment was their first encounter with the permanence of death, delivered by one of Disney's most poignant and unforgettable scenes.
Your mother can't be with you anymore.
Number 11, Roy Batty, Blade Runner.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Roy Batty, the rogue replicant leader in Blade Runner, is one part rebel, one part poet. In the film's climactic moments, Roy saves Deckard's life before delivering his haunting final monologue. He reflects on his marvelous, fleeting existence, his words highlighting the fragility of life, human or otherwise.
All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
As rain falls, Roy succumbs to his pre-programmed expiration, bowing his head and releasing a dove into the sky. It's a moment of grace that transforms a seemingly cruel and terrifying villain into a tragic and deeply sympathetic figure. While all human memories fade like tears in the rain, most of us are not born knowing the hour of our deaths.
It's too bad she won't live. But then again, who does?
Number 10, Spock, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Spock's death in Star Trek II is one of science fiction's most emotional moments. When the USS Enterprise is threatened by a catastrophic explosion, Spock makes the ultimate sacrifice, exposing himself to lethal radiation to repair the ship's warp drive.
Ship. Out of danger.
Yes.
Don't grieve, Admiral.
As Kirk arrives too late to save him, the two share a heart-wrenching farewell through the glass. Decades of friendship come to a tearful end, devastating a passionate fandom. His sacrifice ensures the crew's survival, but his death leaves Kirk and the audience reeling. Spock's choice is the epitome of Vulcan logic and human heroism, solidifying his legacy as one of the franchise's most beloved characters.
Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most human.
Number 9, Hans Gruber, Die Hard.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Hans Gruber redefined cinematic villainy with his cunning, charisma, and greed. From his calculated heist to his sharp wit, he was as captivating as he was dangerous. His downfall comes in spectacular fashion when John McClane outwits him during the explosive finale.
Oh, yes. What was it you said to me before? Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
As Hans clings to Holly Gennaro's wrist atop Nakatomi Plaza, McClane unfastens her watch, sending Gruber into a slow-motion plunge to his death. Alan Rickman's terrified expression, famously filmed as a genuine reaction, makes the moment unforgettable. Gruber's demise isn't just satisfying. It's a poetic finish to his ruthless precision unraveling in the face of McClane's chaotic determination.
That's not a hostage.
Number 8. Boromir, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
I see your mind. You will take the ring to Sauron! You will betray us! You go to your death, and the death of us all!
Boromir's death in The Fellowship of the Ring is one of the trilogy's most poignant moments. Though tempted by the One Ring, Boromir redeems himself in the film's climactic battle. He valiantly falls while defending Merry and Pippin from an overwhelming onslaught of Uruk-hai. Despite taking multiple arrows to the chest, he fights on, his sheer determination a testament to his honor. His final words to Aragorn, acknowledging him as his king, bear the heavy weight of a warrior's regret and redemption.
My king.
Boromir dies with his honor restored, a hero in the end. His sacrifice lingers as a reminder of the cost of protecting what matters most. Number 7. John Coffey, The Green Mile.
Please, both. Don't put that thing over my face. Don't put me in the dark. I was afraid of the dark.
John Coffey's death in The Green Mile is a complicated moment of rage-inducing injustice and heartwarming grace. A gentle giant with miraculous healing powers, Coffey is falsely convicted of a heinous crime. He enters his death row cell with trepidation and fear as he slowly waits for his inevitable execution. The guards learn about his powers and eventually grow to both love and respect him.
Mostly I'm tired of people being ugly to each other. I'm tired of all the pain I feel and hear in the world every day.
They know that he is clearly innocent, but feel trapped by their duty. When the moment comes, there isn't a dry eye in the room. Coffey, ever selfless, accepts his fate, describing the world's cruelty as too much pain. His death is both a commentary on humanity's failings and a spiritual moment that leaves everyone forever changed.
He kill them with their love. That's how it is every day, all over the world.
Number 6. Tony Stark, Iron Man, Avengers Endgame.
Hey, you said 1 out of 14 million we win, yeah? Tell me this is it.
If I tell you what happens, it won't happen.
Tony Stark's death in Avengers Endgame is the emotional crescendo of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After witnessing Peter Parker's heartbreaking death in Infinity War and Vision's noble sacrifice to destroy the Mind Stone, Tony was no stranger to loss. Both deaths weighed heavily on him, ultimately fueling his resolve to undo the snap. In the final battle against Thanos, Tony wields the Infinity Stones and sacrifices himself to save the universe. His final moments, surrounded by his wife, friends, and fellow heroes, are excruciating. The man who once put himself above all others became the hero who gave up everything.
We're gonna be okay. You can rest now.
Number 5. Mufasa, The Lion King.
Mufasa, quick! Stampede in the gorge. Simba's down there. Simba.
Mufasa's death in The Lion King is one of Disney's most savage and unforgettable moments. In a tale inspired by Hamlet, Mufasa plays the wise and noble king whose tragic end is orchestrated by his jealous brother Scar. Lured into a wildebeest stampede to save his son Simba, Mufasa is left hanging on for dear life. In that moment of maximum vulnerability, Mufasa is betrayed and thrown to his death by Scar in a chilling act of fratricide.
Long live the king.
The heartbreak doesn't end there, as Simba discovers his father's lifeless body and blames himself. setting the stage for his exile. Mufasa's death is more than a loss. It's an event that reshapes the entire savannah.
Murderer. Simba, please. Please have mercy, I beg you. You don't deserve to live.
Number 4. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's death in A New Hope is the first great sacrifice of many in the Star Wars saga. The wise Jedi Master leads the son of his friend Anakin on a daring raid to rescue Princess Leia on the Death Star. Once aboard, he leaves Luke to finish the mission while he faces down his former apprentice, Darth Vader. But in their duel, Obi-Wan isn't fighting to win. He's fighting to give Luke Skywalker and the others time to escape. With a knowing smile, Obi-Wan lowers his guard and allows Vader to strike him down, becoming one with the Force. No! His final words resonate throughout the series. His death, while tragic, wasn't his end so much as a new beginning.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
Number 3. Jack Dawson, Titanic.
Rose! Swim, Rose! I need you to swim!
Jack Dawson's death in Titanic is as iconic and hotly debated as the film itself. The charming artist who won Rose's heart sacrifices everything to keep her alive in the freezing waters of the Atlantic. Despite both clinging to the wreckage of the ill-fated ship, Jack ensures that Rose stays on the floating door. His final request, never let go, carries a bittersweet irony as Rose must ultimately release him to survive.
You're gonna get out of here. You're gonna go on. And you're gonna make lots of babies. And you're gonna watch them grow.
Jack's death solidifies their tragic love story, leaving audiences to mourn both his death and the loss of their potential future. Decades later, debates still rage over whether there was room on the door. In those discussions, however, Jack's heroism is never in question.
I'll never let go.
Number 2. Marion Crane, Psycho.
Cabin 1. It's closer in case you want anything. Right next to the office.
I want sleep more than anything else, except maybe food.
Marion Crane's death in Psycho redefined the rules of cinema, pulling off one of the most shocking twists in film history. Introduced as the film's apparent lead, Marion's story begins as a tense thriller. She's a woman on the run with a bag full of stolen money. Considering her next move, she rents a room at the Bates Motel. Her relief is short-lived as she is brutally stabbed to death by Norman Bates while taking a shower. Hitchcock's bold decision to kill off his nude, vulnerable protagonist in the first act left audiences shocked. With its sharp editing, shrieking violins, and chilling reveal, Marion's death remains one of the most iconic moments ever put to film. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kane, Alien.
I remember some horrible dream about smothering. Anyway, where are we?
Kane's death in Alien is the stuff of sci-fi nightmares. He and the crew of the Nostromo come across a derelict alien spacecraft surrounded by strange eggs. When he investigates, one opens and releases a now infamous facehugger. Baffled by the creature, the crew is relieved when it releases him, apparently dead. Kane seems fully recovered, and the crew eats a meal together, happily celebrating their close call. The celebration ends abruptly when dinner takes a deadly turn.
You choking? What's wrong? What? Hey, what's that?
Writhing in agony, Kane convulses as a tiny xenomorph bursts through his chest, splattering the table with blood and terrorizing his friends. Kane's death doesn't just launch the film's central horror. It sets the stage for decades of horror thanks to one of cinema's most terrifying creatures.
No, no, don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Did any of these cinematic kills miss the mark? Let us know in the comments below.
Let your heart guide you. It whispers, so listen closely.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.